Do you want to look at me first? Okay, so we're here at the town hall. Do you live in District 19?
Yes, I do live. I live in Unionvale, in the town of LaGrange, or next to the town of LaGrange in the town of Unionvale. My mailing address is LaGrangeville.
Okay. Have you been paid to come to this event today?
No, I have not. In fact, we put the money out for gas as everybody else did, so no, we were not paid.
Great. And is there any particular reason why you decided to come to this meeting with the town hall today?
Yes, I have spoken several times to various offices of Mr. Faso. Mr. Faso has removed the only office, congressional office, that we had in Dutchess County. So it's necessary for us to cross a bridge and to take between an hour and an hour and a half if we go to Kinderhook to get to his offices. And I believe, possibly it's Ulster, but I believe we have at least the second largest population in his district. So that's one reason, and you really can't get a straight answer out of him.
Are there any particular issues today that you're hoping to get more information on that maybe Faso has not given information on?
Yes, I'm very troubled by what happened on the first day of Congress when the House Rules Committee, in a totally partisan vote, voted for two things that are troubling. One was to make it very easy to transfer the parklands, the public lands of the United States, out of the hands of the people of the United States without going through any committees. And the other was the right of members of Congress to resist giving to any legal official any of the records that are created, generated, or received by their offices. This is totally brand new, and it kind of gives them the right to take the fifth on any written materials in their office, and that's very distressing.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi. Do you live in the district?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Were you paid to come to this meeting tonight?
No.
And do you have any particular reason why you decided to come to this John Faso town hall meeting?
I mean, a lot of reasons, but I guess the most important is I really want him to know how important healthcare, affordable healthcare is for me and for everyone I care about. So.
And is there anything that you would want people in the rest of New York State or the people in the rest of the country to know about District 19? Like, what values do you think are really important to District 19?
I mean, I think we're a diverse district. I've lived here a number of years. I would imagine we're kind of a microcosm for the rest of the country. We care about healthcare, we care about jobs, but we don't want to sacrifice anything in order to make way for just certain Republican objectives. We want to make sure that everything, all the things that we currently have, like food, healthcare, stays accessible to all of us.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, sure.
I had to fry John with dinner out there. We're just staying outside. Tell him he's brilliant. I mean, that's what he wrote. Highland sweatshirt. He's like, yeah, man, I'm from Highland.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Sylvia, get over.
Hi. Do you live in District 19?
I do.
Okay. Have you been paid to come here this evening?
No.
Is there any particular reason why you decided to come to this town hall for John Faso tonight?
Yeah, because I know John Faso's not going to be here, but I'm sure he's going to see coverage of this, and I want our voices to be heard.
Are there any issues that you think are especially important to this region of New York?
Clean water.
Clean water.
Absolutely. I grew up in Nassau, New York, which John Faso lives in Kinderhook, New York, which is right next door to each other. And I grew up next to a chemical dump from GE, and that's why I'm broken. And he needs to remember that so the rest of us don't become the way I am.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi,
Do you live in District 19?
I do.
Were you paid to come to this meeting tonight?
Absolutely not.
And do you have any particular reasons why you wanted to come to this meeting with John Faso?
Well, I mean, I know that he's not going to be here, but I wanted to be part of this, reunion here to make my voice also heard on many, many issues that are going on that he has supported that I don't agree with.
Are there any issues particular to District 19 in this area that you think are important to talk about?
I mean, here and all over, I think that for me, a very important thing that hits close to home is climate change. Because without a clean planet that can support us everything is a mute point. We cannot live on a planet that cannot support us because of everything that's happening with climate change. But many things. I mean, the immigration issue. I'm an immigrant. The Affordable Health Care Act. My daughter has a job that does not have health care, so that she's able to have it through the Health Care Act. The Muslim ban, I think, is going to be terrible for us, and what it's done to people's lives who can no longer enter the country, who are here legitimately, is crazy. So it's on and on and on. Even, I think, guns in schools, I think what Mr. Faso actually has voted for. I think that's crazy to have guns in our children's school. I work in a school district. So, as I said, many issues are weighing on my mind with this administration.
Great. Thank you so much for coming with us. You live in District 19?
Yes, I do.
Have you been paid to come to this meeting
Oh,
tonight?
absolutely not.
And do you have any particular concerns or reasons why you decided to come to this meeting?
Well, the first and foremost, John Faso needs to do his job and be accessible to the people in his district. Okay. John Faso needs to do his job and be accessible to the people in his district. Number one, and listen to our concerns. I mean, number one.
Do you think that there are any issues that are particular to District 19 that you want to communicate to a larger audience?
The environmental issues, Pilgrim Pipeline, and all of the justice and social justice and human rights issues pertain to every place. So yeah, I mean all of those issues. The ACA, there are a lot of people that are going to be affected by repeal or replacement of the ACA. All of them. It's hard to pick just one.
I know it is.
It really is. It's hard to pick just one because it's kind of like this blitzkrieg of, one after the other, and every day it's kind of this shock and like, did that really just happen? So, and he needs to listen to us now, or he's going to be a one-hit wonder.
Well, thank you very much.
We want to see those tax returns!
I'm here from the TV station.
We can't ask him.
Because you're with the TV station interviewing us.
Oh, Oscar. Unless you want to talk.
She's done this.
Do you live in District 19?
I do. I live in Woodstock, District 19.
Did you, were you paid to come to this event this night?
No, I don't get paid for anything.
Okay. And do you have any particular reasons why you chose this event to come to?
Well, my name is Marianne Asta. I live in District 19, but I'm the Women's March New York coordinator. I'm one of the coordinators for New York State. And but this is where I live, and I felt that all of the that it is his job to represent us, and if he doesn't hear us, there's absolutely no way that he can represent us. I did get to speak with John Faso yesterday, and he told me that he'll never do live town hall, because people will scream at him. And I told him that the longer that he waits, the louder it will get. But that he's the only line that we have to Washington, D.C. We don't have anyone else representing him there, really. We have him. He's our person. And we need him to hear us, because these are scary times, and rightfully so. And then today, they shut down the legitimate media, completely shut it down. They didn't let CNN, LA Times, BuzzFeed, a number of others into the press conference. They're no longer getting information from the White House. So we don't have any information coming out or any information coming in. And that's fascism. That's the definition of fascism that we're at now. So it's so important that we able to talk with our congressperson.
Thank you. Do you live in District 19?
I do.
Were you paid to come to this event this evening?
Absolutely not.
Are there any particular issues that you are here to represent, or that you want to make sure get brought up at this event?
Well, sometimes we get lost in all the issues that representatives like Faso are terrible with, but I particularly think the supporting the fossil fuel industry and the destruction of Standing Rock is something I feel very important. I was a veteran, and I spent a little time out there, and I'm still fighting that fight, but each of us have our own fights to do, but when we come together, we're unstoppable, I think demonstrations like this start to show us that we really do have power, and we have to exercise it, don't we?
We do.
So
So.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hi. Do you live in District 19?
I do. I live in Kingston.
Were you paid to come to this event this evening?
I was not.
And do you have any particular reason why you decided to come to tonight's town hall?
Well, I came to get more information, and also I think it's ridiculous that during recess, Faso isn't coming to listen to the people that he's supposed to be representing. So I came to be a part of that and voice my opinion on that.
Are there any particular issues that are special to you or to what you think of this area?
I think healthcare, trans, gay, LGBT, there's like all of them, like women's rights, black people, like everything. It's everything, and I think a lot of people here are wanting to voice their concerns and be heard. So yeah, it's all of those things that we need to talk about.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you live in District 19?
Yes, I do.
Were you paid to come to this evening?
Absolutely not.
And do you have any particular reason why you decided to come to tonight's talk?
It's time to stop sitting at home, and it's time to come out and actually make our voices heard. And this is ridiculous. John Faso's invisible. So I'm taking the opportunity to come out and say, enough's enough.
Are there any issues that are particularly important to you or you think that are particularly important to District 19?
Well, the Affordable Care Act and those issues surrounding that are tremendously important to me as a small business owner, as a person trying to pay for health insurance. It's incredibly important to just about everyone. Environmental issues, the Muslim ban, there are so many. Women's rights, LGBTQ rights. These are so important to me. The environment. It's hard to choose. So to sit home and not come out here and do something like this is just pretty unconscionable to me.
Great. Well, thank you for coming out tonight. I'm going to ask him.
Go.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you live in District 19?
Yes.
Were you paid to come to tonight's meeting?
No.
Are there any particular reasons why you wanted to come to tonight's meeting?
Because my dad came from Mexico and I don't want him to get deported.
Thank you for answering.